Hello guys. Uh, we were given the question. We were given this question. This question is about slotted Aloha algorithm, and we had to use C, C++ or Java program to implement the algorithm. Now let's talk about what is Aloha. So um, it's a part of random access protocol. Random access protocol is of two types: slotted Aloha and pure Aloha. Uh, so the definition of random access protocol is like uh, what happens in this is all the stations have same superiority. That is, no station has more priority than another station. Okay, so there's no fixed time for sending data, and there's no fixed sequence of stations sending data. Now the random access protocols are divided into Aloha and CSMA, and there are a bunch of others, but let's talk about Aloha. Now, Aloha was designed for wireless LAN, but it is also applicable for shared medium. In this, multiple stations can transmit data at the same time and can hence lead to collision and data being garbled. Now, pure Aloha. Uh, let's talk about the difference of pure Aloha and slotted Aloha. In pure Aloha, when a station sends data, it waits for an acknowledgement. If the acknowledgement doesn't come within the allotted time, then the station waits for a random amount of time called back of time, represented by TB, and resends the data. Since different stations wait for different amount of time, the probability of further collision decreases. So here the throughput is this, and the vulnerable time is 2 times the frame transmission time, and the maximum throughput, the maximum probability is 0.184, that means 18.4%. But what happens in slaughter Loa is since it is similar to pure Loa, except that we divide the time into slots, and sending of the data is allowed only at the beginning of these slots. So what happens is the data uh, do not collide. Okay, if a station misses out the allowed time, it must wait for the next slot. This reduces the probability of collision. So here the collision has been reduced, and the maximum throughput increased from 18.4%, that was in pure law, to 0.368, that means 36.8%. Here the vulnerable time is frame transmission time. Now let's talk about the differences between pure Aloha and slaughter Aloha. Here in pure Aloha, any station can transmit the data at any time. But to ignore the collisions, any here the stations can transmit the data at the beginning of any time slot. In this, the time is continuous and not globally synchronized. Here in slaughter Aloha, the time is discrete and globally synchronized. The vulnerable time for pure Aloha is 2 into T, the transmission time, and the vulnerable time for slaughter Aloha is only the transmission time. Here the efficiency is 18.4 and here 36.8, which is a great difference. So here you can see these are the data packets and these are the slots. As you can see, uh, the transmission of data at the same in the same slot is not valid here. So that's why they are grayed out. Here the blue data packets are the valid data packets. Now what happens in the code is uh, this is a C++ program, by the way. Now throughput, the maximum throughput is 1 by e frames per frame time, and g is equal to 1 here, so which is approximately 36.8 frames per frame time. Now the slaughter LOI is used in low data rate tactical satellite communications networks by military forces, in subscriber based satellite communication networks, mobile telephony call setup, setup box communications, and in contactless RFID technologies. So here in the code that I will show you later, as an input, this program assumes that senders are spread randomly on a maze of size n to m. So there's a matrix of n to m size. The senders have a random range lying in between a minimum and maximum value. Only those senders will communicate whose range is greater than their distance. These senders will be printed finally. Now for slaughter ALOHA, the input Kmax, which is the maximum number of attempts by a sender to send a packet, and TP being the timeout period, the number of slots a sender has to wait after a collision. For the simulator, we have to enter the number of time slots. Now the simulator describes the activity as each time slots. That means which are being sent and which data packet has to wait and for how many slots or time it has to wait. Finally, the total number of packets and the number of successful packets transmitted will be displayed. Um, Now let's see the program. Here in the main function, we have described all the variables here. Now we'll ask for the dimensions of the maze. Now we have to ask the user for the minimum maximum range for the nodes. User has to enter the number of senders. Now we'll use the randomizer function to randomly distribute them. Now we'll place the senders. Now here updated maze will be printed out. So we'll see in the output a little later. Now the program will show the senders that are successfully participating. Now we are using here the algorithm slaughter Lua program. Now enter the value of Kmax. We have to enter the value of Kmax, and we have to enter the TP timeout period. I have explained these both of these terms earlier. Now in the whole process, we'll have to enter the number of time slots to be used, which is very necessary. Now if there is some collision occurred between data packets which are being sent at the same time in the same time slot, they will be displayed. um, it will show how many packets has been successfully transmitted, and finally total number of packets that are possibly sent will be showed, and then total number of packets sent will also be shown later. Now I've already done everything here. So it was asking for the enter the dimension of the maze. So I gave it 5 into 5. Enter the minimum maximum range of the nodes. I gave it 20 to 500. Enter the number of senders. I gave it 20. You can do anything here. Placing the senders. Now the randomizer function is used here and it has been placed randomly. Not that it is necessary or something. The senders successfully participating are shown here. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 20. So that means all the senders has been successfully participating. Now enter the value of Kmax. I give it 4. Enter the value of TP timer period. I give it 3. Enter the number of time slots to be used. I gave it 10. Now here in time slot 1, collision occurred. Sender 2 blocked. Waits for 3 time slots. K is equal to 1. And subsequently 6, 7, 8 and all that up to 20 were blocked, and they had to wait for different number of time slots. And same goes for 2, 3, 4. In 3, fortunately sender 6's packet was successfully transmitted, and a lot of collision occurred in the subsequent slots. Now here, after all that process, total number of packets that was sent were 53, and total number of packets successfully sent were 1. So only 1 was successfully transmitted. uh, so this was our slaughter ALOHA program. Now let's see the graph. This is the graph. Sorry, it came out black. I don't know why. So this is the throughput, and here is the traffic load. So as you can see, this is the blue line. Sorry if you cannot see, and this is the red line. So this red line is representing the pure lower, and this blue graph is representing slaughter lower. As you can see, uh, for the same traffic load, um, the throughput was uh, significantly greater than pure lower in case of slaughter lower. See here, it is approximately 36.4%, or you can say 37%. So this is why slaughter Aloha is preferred over pure Aloha. Uh, this is the team 13. Sorry, this is Abhishek Yadav. Thank you for watching.